So you want to grow your own veggies, but you don't know where to start. Well, today I'm going to be showing you exactly what you need to get started. And believe it or not, you do not need a green thumb to start a garden. And you can do this step by step. I'm with you. And by the end of this video, you will be able to plant your own very first seeds and watch them grow. So stick with me and we shall walk you through some things. I'm Cindy. I'm with the Resilient Entrepreneur. I've been a gardener and entrepreneur. I would say gardening and growing for probably 20 years, I'm going to guess, and an entrepreneur my whole entire life. So this is for beginners, but also I believe that even if you are a seasoned gardener, just like horses, you can always learn something new. So I'm going to say that the first thing you want to do is choose your spot where you're going to um, grow your veggies. You need something where there's a decent amount of sunlight coming in, good drainage for your soil, and then you're going to need to decide exactly what you are growing. And a suggestion I have is grow what you like to eat, but set yourself up for success. What I mean by that is if you decide, like I have done, being an entrepreneur, we always seem to think big. And that is, I need crazy how this happens. But, I'll think to myself, oh, 72 cell flat, no problem. You know, Even as the tomatoes start to come up, they still look like this big. All of a sudden, they're huge. And then I have 72 to deal with. So, grow what you like and grow in moderation. And if you set yourself up for success, you will want to come back and do it again the next time, and the next time, and the next time. So, suggestion is if you like tomatoes, I'm going to say start with tomatoes, lettuce, some herbs, things like that. And then you have your own salad, which will also help cut down in grocery costs right now because groceries are through the roof. Um, and if you start with your own seeds, you can buy things like seeds to do your own seedlings, which takes a lot of time and a lot of practice and patience. You can either start your own seedlings or you can buy seedlings from somebody like me. Anyway, I'm going to share a couple things with you. These are some of the places I like to buy from for my seeds. Totally Tomatoes. Here's another one, High Mowing Seeds. And another one of my favorites, Johnny's. So once you decide what you're going to grow, and you pick the seeds that you want, and I'm going to do another video that shows you, goes into a lot more detail of hybrid versus heirloom, that kind of thing. But this is just an introduction to get you started, even though it'll be pretty good to get you moving. But I'm going to go into more detail and depth in the next video about that. But once you decide how you're going to get these plants, by seed or by seedling from somewhere else, then you also need to have your area prepared. And what I mean by that is you will be tilling, planting, that kind of stuff. Um, and you can do garden beds, raised garden beds. You can go into all different kinds of things like that. But you also need to be able to transplant plant your seedlings into that bed or area where you're going to garden safely. So you want to check frost dates. So in Pennsylvania, where I am, Western Pennsylvania, we don't plant anything like frost tenderness kind of plants like tomatoes, peppers until after Memorial Day. So, because we could get a frost at any time, and those plants are delicate. Tomatoes take a little bit more. Peppers will absolutely freak out and die if they get frosted. So, you want to make sure that you know when the good time is to be planting your seedlings. And then you want to have a watering schedule. So this takes a little bit of finesse and practice, and it is a science experiment. And that's how you learn. You learn gardening by doing it. And it will also teach you resilience because there have been many, many times when I've lost a crop, got so frustrated, but it taught me grit and the resilience to keep going. So don't beat yourself up, but try to make it easy on yourself. Set yourself up a watering schedule and, you know, try to, and when you water, do not water from the top of the plant. You want to water the roots. So you don't want water splashing up on your leaves, which creates other issues with funguses that can get up there and create all kind of problems for you. So you want to make sure you have that. You want to mulch if you're going to mulch, and so that you have weed control. And let me tell you about weeds. They can grow in any kind of environment. Stinking crazy hot, cold, they don't care. They just keep growing. They're the only things that grow. Anyway, you want to make sure that you have an easy setup for that. And you can use different things for mulch. You can use straw, some of the garden plastics to put down, but try to get control of the weeds right away. Ask me how I know that. You also want to do some research and learn about the pests that can decimate peppers, tomatoes, so that you don't have beautiful plants one evening and by morning gone. That can happen. So you want to make sure you're looking at all that stuff too. It is normal to make mistakes. That's how you learn. And you have to celebrate your small wins. So the first tomato you get, I don't care how big it is, celebrate. Whatever celebration you need to do for you, you do it because it's hard work. And you can follow my channel for more information on gardening. And of course, in Western PA in January, I'm sitting in the house, not in the garden. We will be planting peppers in February. That's when I start my peppers. Tomatoes get planted. It depends on when you want them, but usually I'm going to say March, something like that. It is just fun stuff to do, but also how, like I said, it really goes along with being an entrepreneur because you have to continue no matter what. You can adapt, which you should, and you can become resilient, but you have to have grit. You have to be able to pull yourself up by the bootstraps every day, even when you don't want to be in the garden when it's hot. But it's a great way to live, and it is perfect for your own health. You get your exercise and you get the nutrition that you need, and you will want to eat everything you grow because it takes so much hard work to do. So, with that, I'm going to say thanks for being with me. I hope you follow my small channel. I am really super excited to get it started. And please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks so much for being with me, Cindy, at The Resilient Entrepreneur. Bye for now.